Hey everyone, it's me. I'm here with a KidVenture update. This will probably be our last big one for the year. I don't want to say this is our last one for the year, just because I don't know what I'm going to have to communicate next with you guys next week, that we will need to know for the new year. Hard to believe that this Sunday, you guys, is our final Sunday for the year. I just want to say thank you, first of all, from the bottom of my heart for all of you guys who have served so faithfully, shown up. I know it's been kind of a rough season with illnesses and stuff like that, but I just want to say thank you for the way you guys have shown up and served our kids and our families so well during this time. I am beyond grateful, and I know our churches as well. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I just would love, and the reason I'm doing a video is just because there's a lot this week. But first of all, I would just love any great stories you guys have from this past year from serving within kids ministry. Something maybe the Lord has done in your own life through serving. Maybe it's something like you've seen like growth in the kids. Because I think it's just really great to be able to look back, and be like, man, like the Lord has done so much, even in the hard times, God's still present and He's still at work. And so, I mean, we've had kids memorize books of the Bible. We've gotten kids like super excited about reading scripture. We've had kids, get baptized, and not only are they getting baptized, but they're telling all their friends about Jesus. There was this one girl, we did the midpoint class and we really focused in on the books of the Bible and the importance of scripture. We kind of did just a really broad overview. And this girl, like they were writing goals or something like that. And she was just talking about like her goal was like, I have to read the Bible because it's important. And what I love about this is like these are opportunities for her. Like she's just responding to what the Lord's doing in her life. And but she's sharing with her friends unintentionally because this is just what she's responding to. And so I just love that. It's so beautiful, the way God is working in our kids. So I just would love any stories you guys have. If you guys just respond, email to me, or you can put it in the Facebook group. But I just would love to be able, so that way we can share with each other. Um, I just, as we're ending the year, I just want to give you guys, I know it's like been really busy. I don't know about you guys. It's been really busy for me. And so I find myself having to be really super duper intentional about spending time with the Lord and not getting caught up in all the to-dos and stuff like that. And so as I was just thinking about the end of the year, and we kind of did a not this exact exercise in our staff meeting recently, but we did something similar. And so I was just thinking, I just want to lead you guys through like a little exercise. I'm going to ask you just some questions, and you can just journal them, reflect on them. This probably isn't something you're going to get in 5 minutes. You're probably going to want to just maybe write down the questions in your journal or on a piece of paper, and then over the course of the next week or two, spend some time before the Lord with these questions. And so the questions I just want to ask you are, what were your highs and what were your lows for the year? So things to celebrate, things to grieve. Um, what has been your experience of God this past year? Like, how have you experienced the Lord? Looking back on the past year, like, how can you see God moving in your life over the past year? And then just as you look to 2023, what do you think the Lord's invitation is to you in this year? Um, I want you guys to just think about that. And if you want to share that with me, I would love to. Or if you just want to grab coffee, I would love to hear just like your answers to that and ways I can be praying for you and supporting you guys in this next year as a team. With that, so let's run through all the last bits of the year. So first of all, you guys, if you did not see the invitation, I think I emailed it out a few weeks ago. This Friday night at our house from 6 to 9 p.m. we have our little holiday party. It's a come and go thing as you can. So if you can pop in for 20 minutes or something in between other parties, I would love to have you. From 6 to 9, wear something red or green. We'll have some food, cookies, some drinks, but if you can bring something to share, that would be great too. Yeah, I would love to see all of you guys and just, wish you guys all a Merry Christmas and just have a relaxed atmosphere to just celebrate. Kids are welcome, spouses are welcome, families are welcome. So please come and see everybody. That's Friday. Sunday, you guys. First of all, this Sunday is our kids choir Sunday. So this is where kids are going to sing in the service with the adults, their worship songs. So this is specifically for those of you who are actually serving this Sunday. Just only prepare for about 15 to 20 minutes of your lesson. So I know there's a lot, way more. So maybe just do your video, do a game or a craft or something like that. But you're not going to have a lot of time because about 20 minutes into the start of service, we're going to bring everybody into the elementary room just to go through the songs one or two more times before, and then get everybody lined up in order before we bring them into the service to sing, because worship is, is towards the end. So yeah, so we'll do that. So again, so just as you're thinking about the Sunday helpers, as you're thinking about like, oh, what's happening this Sunday, just know that it's going to be a shorter Sunday. But when we go into, so when you guys bring the kids into the classroom at 20 minutes into service, I just really need you guys all to be on like helping to keep the kids quiet, paying attention, singing the songs with us when they're singing. If we're not singing, if we're having technical difficulties or whatever, just making sure the kids are sitting and just being quiet. So that way they can hear what we're saying and what we're doing. And then also for those of you who aren't on this Sunday, if you guys are going to be around a service, if you want to pop in and help just for the choir. I know last time we had somebody standing in the back just making sure kids didn't fall off the back of the risers. We're not going to have any up that high, I don't think, this year, but it would be nice having extra hands during both services to, get the kids in and out and making sure they are, doing what they're supposed to be doing. Um, Oh, and then when parents are checking in on Sunday, just make sure, tell them to sit towards the right of the sanctuary. Like when you enter the room to the right of the stage, they'll see the side where the risers are. They're going to want to sit on that side so they can see their kids singing. Um, so just for my parents to sit over there when they check in, or after they check in and they go sit in the service. So that's the choir. That's the Sunday. Then next Saturday, Christmas Eve, we have two services here, you guys, 2:30 and 4 o'clock p.m. We will have kids church for kids 0 to 5, so 0 through preschoolers, essentially. Kindergartners can choose if they want to go in the preschool room, they can, or they can sit with their parents. I'll give that up to let that up to the parents and kids to decide. But with that, you guys, we could really use some help. And I know historically we've hired sitters and stuff like that, and that's fine. I'm glad we have that option. But if you guys are around and in town and can help, I would love that. The reality is, and it's hard because it's been different the last couple of years with COVID and everything. But Christmas is one of those it's one of those services where we get a lot of people who, I mean, yes, you have people who are visiting and family and stuff like that, but we tend to get a lot of people who don't normally come to church. And if we have families who are coming who don't normally come, I just would love to have the opportunity for it to be our people who love our church, who love our kids, to be the ones greeting our families and not necessarily those who are just sitters and are here because they're paid. I mean, they're great for helpers, and if we need backup, we can do that. But I just would love to have our friendly faces back there in the kids' space. So if you're able to, I know you guys have family plans and stuff like that, or a lot of you guys are traveling, and that's okay too. But if you're in town and can help out, I just would really appreciate it. But I do really need to know probably by this Sunday. Because then I need to hire sitters to fill in any back areas that we need to. So please let me know if you guys can help out. I would greatly appreciate just for one of the services, by the way. I still want you to be able to attend and participate in a Christmas Eve service. So I just would love yeah. But if you're around and able to help out, I would greatly appreciate yours' help. With that, I will be sending out the schedule for next year soon, or at least for January and February. I'll be sending that out really soon, and I'm also I'm going to send out a calendar. We've got a lot happening um, when we come back in the new year. So just some things that you guys can put on your calendar. You don't have to do anything about it now. Mostly, but just if you're serving that first Sunday when we come back January 8th, just know that's going to be we're going to do a PJs and Pop-Tart Sunday. So it's just a great way to remind everybody to get back into rhythm. That, we're all kind of like coming back from break, even though the kids will have been back in school a few days, but just a great way to just relax and, enjoy our first Sunday back celebrating a new year together. And then also back in the fall, back in November, we were going to do a trauma training, just focusing on like how do we care and love our families and kids really well who come from a trauma background, and that we ended up canceling it because a lot of people couldn't make the date. So I just want to give you guys the date now for January. It's January 19th. It's actually a Thursday night. It's going to be starting at 6:30. So we're not going to have dinner available, but I'll have some snacks and stuff, and we will have childcare if you need it. But it'll be from 6:30 to 8:30 here at the Arvada building. And so I will have a link in this email. I would love for you guys to sign up. I just would love to get as many of you guys here and participating as possible. Again, I think this is just, I mean, frankly, after COVID, there's very few people who can sit here and say their kids have not experienced some sort of trauma. And so I just think we would be able to just serve our church well. And as we reach out to our community more and more and more, I think it would just be really good to give us some tools needed to just really see our kids and serve them well. In some of these practices, you guys, I think even go beyond like a trauma response, and it's just some of this just good principles of responding and caring for children well. So I would love for you guys all to attend if you can. That's why I'm giving you the date now, so you can put it on the calendar before anything else pops up. So put it on the calendar, block it off. guard this appointment and sign up so that we know how many people to plan and prepare for. So that's it, you guys. I know, like I said, there's a lot. And then we're going to do in February, I'll send a date out to you guys soon, but we're going to do a big KidVenture kickoff. We haven't done one of those in a few years. So there'll be a chance maybe I'll come in and we'll just share a lot of vision for the year, kind of like what I feel like the Lord's up to in our ministry, where I want to go, just some exciting things that are going to be happening. There's going to be quite a bit of changes. We're going to start seeing some construction around the kids area in the new year, which is super exciting. So make sure you're paying attention to these videos because we'll probably have to shift kids around into different rooms as things get as construction happens and things get built and painted and walls torn down and stuff like that. So oh, and don't forget, you guys, for those of you in a room with a TV, like in the back in the kids area room, I'm getting all new TVs. You're getting new audiovisual equipment. So if you're free this Sunday after church, I would love about 10 to 15 minutes of your time just to show you on one of our TVs how that's going to work, because those are all going to be up and running in your rooms January 8th. And so I don't know if I'm teaching it. I might be teaching that morning, which means I won't necessarily be available to run around and show you guys how to use it. So I need you guys to kind of be ready and comfortable with the audio equipment come January 8th. So thank you guys so much for everything. Like I said, I know this was a lot, which is why I did the video. But again, I thank you guys so much. Oh, also, I have little gifts for all of you guys, just as a way of saying thank you. It's just like my little Christmas gift for you guys. So come see me on Sunday, even if you're not serving, come see me. And if you're not going to be here this Sunday, let me know and I'll set it aside and get it to you maybe after the new year or something like that. But just a little something, a little token of my appreciation, just because, again, I'm so thankful for all you guys have done. Teachers in preschool and elementary and Epic, just be aware, I'm going to be sending out another email, more specific details about your Sunday and things that you guys need to be aware of, but this video is getting to be kind of long anyway, so I'm going to stop. But thank you guys again. Love you all. Merry Christmas if I don't see you guys before the holidays, and I'll see you soon. Bye.